Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Another day on the Blue Basement. Having fun, do what we do. Today, I'm rolling with my good friend, Peter. He's an experienced MMA fighter, has a lot of year of knowledge of grappling, combat sport. So here we are. I'm going to say we're senior athletes here. We're definitely past, at least let me speak for myself. I'm past my primes, in our 40s, but still having fun. This is what we do for longevity. So here we go. So here I am, as you can see, already got my back taken. So this is I have to admit that this is probably my best roll of to date since been back to training jiu-jitsu after my bike crash 2 years ago. And Peter's such a great partner because he definitely pushes me, and he just has so much awareness of body where it doesn't push me to the point where I could get hurt. So kudos, man. Appreciate you, brother, for the love and the rose. So you can see here he's using that hook. He's keeping a good Kazushi, consistently keeping me off balance. Always on good attacks. So I'm always got to be on my toes, and he never really allows me to get super comfortable in a spot. He's always, either shoving my shoulders, never allowing my hands to clamp, never really letting me settle comfortable. He's always keeping me, again, off balance, and he recovers well. Like, there you go. He's got that hook in. And so I got to work on that, just keeping things much tighter. As you can see, he's posting on that shoulder. I'm trying to stay as tight as I can, but again, he's just really well on his scrambles. And like I said today, maybe because of the camera, but that day was probably my best roll I've had today at the academy. So, I can't wait to give him my all. Sometimes I feel bad sometimes that I'm not giving my training partners the best of my ability, but in time that will come. So here I am, I'm trying to step into that leg to reap it and kind of flying him back out. And as you can see, he's keeping that hand away. Boom, there he goes, gets up, gets out. If that was a street fight or MMA fight, he just starts striking right away. So well done, Peter, man. And so here we are, we're gonna reset again. So again, as you can see, I keep that left leg nice and wide because I don't want him to start coming on that direction. I want him to push towards my right. So as you can see, he's coming towards the right. He passed it really well. I get to my side right away. I get to turtle, and he controls. He's got good control. Good timing, good awareness. Stays heavy on my back here, and I'm carrying an extra 25 pounds of my normal weight. So I'll be honest, once I get into this position, my mobility is kind of hard. And to my surprise, my cardio's been pretty well, so I'm happy about that. But anyway, back to the action. When I roll with him, I'm always fishing for kimuras, but he keeps that elbow so well tucked in a lot of the times. And even if he does post it, normally he's setting up an armbar from there. Normally I try to stay tight, but he times it really well. You'll probably see it later on in the match here. And so he's coming in on that single, switches to the double, and there I go. I grab that kimura, but he's already stepping over my head. I'm trying to chase him, but once he steps over my head, there he goes. He goes for that armbar. Right away, turn over. I'm pretty sure he let it go because that's my bad shoulder. So again, thanks a lot, Peter. Well awareness on his end, and he's always keeping in mind of my injuries. So here I am again, trying to stay tight to pass him, and that was it.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are here at the legendary Blue Basement, where a lot of careers start and a lot of journeys begin. I got my good friend here, Peter, who's been training for a while. He's one of my newest training partners here, and it's been a privilege and an honor to roll with him. Peter, can you tell us how long you've been training, your rank, and how old are you?
Uh, I've been training since about 2002. I'm 46 years old, and I'm a black belt.
Nice, man. So, a lot of people always ask, like, what inspired me to start training? For everyone, it's different. For some people, they want to just a new challenging, but for others, this is like their mental medicine, their happy pill. What inspired you to start training jiu-jitsu?
So unrelated to jiu-jitsu, when I was young, and they had a wide world of sports. And I was a kid, and they had boxing on like Saturday afternoons. You'd watch like world class boxing. So I was always into combat sports a lot. And then when I saw, like many people back from the old school, you saw the first UFC. And when I saw the first UFC, I said, man, I really need to start doing this, which I did. But I lived upstate a little bit more, so I wasn't able to. There were no schools around. So when I went to college, I had my first experience with it.
Okay.
And then when I finished college, I moved back down to Westchester, which borders the city. And I started training with Professor Sean Alvarez, who's old school black belt from Kendall Gracie Academy.
Nice, man. So another question that I get asked a lot is, what keeps you coming? See, I had in the last 15 years, 18 years I've been training, I've had 9 surgeries, and I have another one coming up next month. People always ask, what inspires you to keep coming every single day? This is not an easy sport. This is hard on the body, hard on relationship, and for some people it's even hard financially because they make this commitment to be here. What inspires you to keep showing up every single day despite your trials and tribulations?
Well, I don't have as many surgeries as you, but I did have 4 surgeries in 2019. Right now, I can tell you I have multiple tears in my left knee, multiple tears in my right knee. I guess
as well, right?
Yeah, I have total hip replacements. Total hip replacements. I could have replaced my shoulders too, but I didn't, obviously, because then I wouldn't be able to train. So at first it was more, I was younger, obviously, so at first more it was about like fighting. I always wanted to fight. Since I started jiu-jitsu, I started boxing too at the gyms in Yonkers, Neverham Avenue Gym, and then Morris Park Gym, boxing gym. And I was actually at the WAT a little bit,
okay,
at New York Athletic Club. I would go and try to figure it out and say kickboxing and stuff. At first it was for fighting, 100% fighting. But then as I learned, as I grew, and my body started breaking down, and that period of my life was over, it just became more of how can I say, like an obsession to perfect something that can really never be perfected in a way, because it's ever evolving. Our bodies are not getting younger. Our bodies are getting older, especially with all the years that we've done it. And you have these young kids coming in here now are hungry to compete and everything. So it's a good way to, how can I say, it's that pursuit of knowledge. And that's why I really love Professor Jaramillo, his teaching, especially because he's a small guy, all the use of leverage and understanding of the game, of jiu-jitsu. And that's really what I want for myself, to understand it at a really deep level. It intrigues me at a deep level. And then also I have a school, so to pass it on to my students, whatever the age, and to allow them to have the benefits that I've had. So I have some of the best friends in the world because of it. I've had some amazing and some horrible experiences from it too. Yeah. But it's life, kind of, as Professor Jaramillo says, it kind of mirrors life in a way. So I think a lot of people in this, especially guys that old timers and stuff, like, not an old timer, but like old school guys, like, kind of embodies your spirit. And there is a sense of like a warrior quote / spirit in you for someone who does this, and I think for that long, especially coming from the old school.
Yeah, sure.
Because the mats were different back then, man.
Oh yeah.
You didn't tap until something broke, right?
Exactly.
Then you didn't really tap. You just let it pop until you pulled it out.
Exactly.
So that's how it was.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, man. Really appreciate it, man. And I got 2 more questions, and I know you got a busy life and got to head out. If your old self is watching this video, right, and that old you hasn't started training, or better yet, if there's someone out there that's watching this video and it's on the fence and it's saying they're not in shape to start training, or they're too old, too many injuries, they got family, jobs, financial, all those things, every excuse you could think of, what would you tell that individual who's on the fence and wants to start jiu-jitsu?
Oh, I would 100% tell them to start. It takes kind of like courage to step into the unknown, for sure. Especially in something like this where you see physical guys and you see guys getting strangled in the arms and you hear like, oh, and tap and people walking off limping and with stitches and not all the time, obviously, but like it takes some courage, especially if they don't have that like if they're out of shape or if they're just not physically, they've never done anything physical. So I was lucky I did in the beginning when I was younger, but I would just tell them to start and find good training partners and pursue for knowledge.
Nice.
But don't worry about belts. Definitely don't worry about belts. I can't stand it when my students ask me about belts because I was a brown belt for 14 years because my professor Sean, after I got my brown belt, he moved to Mexico to start his academy over there. And I personally didn't want my black belt from anyone else. And I couldn't come here, wasn't able to come here. So I just had my brown belt forever. And I could care less. I would still wear it. Right now, I really don't care. I prefer it actually.
And I know the feeling, man.
So I would say don't pursue the belts. Just pursue knowledge and whatever it does to you, let it enhance your life in a positive way.
Nice. And you said you have an academy. If you want to put where people can contact you, if they want to come train, if you're near the location, put your Instagram, Facebook,
sure,
or
Sure. It's called Arena Training Center. It's located in Mount Vernon, New York. I have a great business partner. He's a world-class kickboxer, fought in Glory Kickboxing, fought for the world title twice. His name's Elvis Gashi. He's my business partner. Again, kind of, we did it together, We did a lot of things together and helped each other in a lot of ways. Instagram is Arena Training Center, NY. And that's it. Like, we're in Mount Vernon, New York, and everyone's welcome.
Nice, man. Nice. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and just keep following us for great stories because we all deal with stuff. And the purpose of this channel is to inspire and motivate for you to take the first step and be the best version of yourself. Thank you, guys.